Where do I begin with this video, huh? Where do I begin? First of all, I'm going to have to try my best to recall what I said from yesterday, because golly, I pour my damn heart out. I ad-libbed. I spitballed. I just did everything. Did everything. Said everything. So anyway, maybe I just read what I wrote a couple days ago, 4 days ago, just saying thanks, basically saying thank you. Alright, Jesus Louise, alright. Well, there's only 5 weeks, but now it's 4 weeks. Only 4 weeks left until the release of An Odyssey of Dingbats, indeed. A collection of stories and other obscurities. 4 weeks! Oh my God! I must be in heaven. I must be dreaming. Please, pinch me, for crying out loud. Pinch me. This is just amazing. Really, this is amazing. Jeepers, I feel like I won the lottery. Golly, I'm a rich man, indeed. At heart, I'm a rich man. So, now, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to Matthew Pegas, Matt, Evan, his associate Evan, and so many others, but those two for their assistance for the book, with the book and for the book too. Support for the book and assistance for the book. I want to say thank you for believing in me and hearing my voice, wearing my shoes. I'm reading, okay. Wearing my shoes, taking the time to know me when no one did, and believe you in me, nobody took the time to know me or even were interested in me at the time, when nobody did. It really means the world to me. I have to be frank, I never thought I'd get published at all, and I don't know where it would have gone to. Probably in the Google Docs file for quite some time. It would have been probably more than 5 years, or 10. Realistically, probably 5. So I'm just I'm thankful. I'm thankful that Matthew and Evan believed in me when nobody else did. And I also want to thank you. I'm just so nervous and anxious, and I just want to say thank you to Christopher Syshig, my friend, Jake Fratzik, Meet Stevens, Jack Skelly, Max Restrano, Charlie Nelsby, Tex Gresham, Thomas Moore. Who else? There's a lot. There's a couple of people. There's Alden, another person, Alden, but and then there's another one. I'm trying to recall. There's a lot of people who showed their enthusiasm for Dingbats, and it's just, wow! I'm overwhelmed. But I'm also I'm grateful for that too. I'm grateful for it being received the way it did, It's a silly book. It's not a work of high importance and of literature and whatnot. No, it's a silly book to get a good laugh, A nice good laugh when you just feel down and tired and just bored and depressed and all sorts of things. It's just a book to make you laugh, and also in a way open your eyes a little, because it's kind of, the stuff in there is quite frightening, a little concerning, I'll say, a little bit, but that's just the horror aspects. So it's a silly but also horrific book too, combined together. So I don't know if it's a black comedy. No. No, it's just silly and horror together. But if it's black comedy, maybe. Who knows? Sometimes it is hard to categorize your own stuff because, it may be different for another reader, and then it may be different for another reader, then different to... So, me saying that, it could be different for somebody else. So, anyway, I'm glad it's showing enthusiasm. I really am. Like, gee whiz. I mean, we've all gone through a lot these couple of months, days, weeks, we went through the good and the bad. They were mostly great, but I feel like with Matt and Evan, I feel like I've known them my whole life. We've known each other our whole lives. But I've only known them for a couple of months, and I feel like I've known them since high school or something. It's an investment that I'm happy we all put our time in, and I truly am happy for the investment. Truly happy. Excuse me. But at any rate, I just don't want to put my head in cloud cuckoo land thinking that this book is going to earn me a big fortune and whatnot, because golly, hell, everybody's got their fantasies and whatnot that they're going to earn $1 million or $1 billion, $1 billion, $1 trillion, 1,000, this, that, or the other. Yeah, it's nice and all to think that way, but let's get real here, It's only going to make a couple bucks of a few copies, maybe a couple bucks, who knows? But wouldn't that be great, huh? If it made $1,000 or $1 million off of just one book, or another one, then another one. I just really gotta ground myself and be realistic and be frank here. You know what I mean? I just hope this book reaches enough people as possible. And if it doesn't, that's okay. But if it reaches that one person, if that one person gets it and understands what I was trying to convey, then I think I did my job. And if I can do that, if I can just reach that one person, that's enough for me. And that's more than enough. And I'm glad. And I'm glad I did my job. Well, there's a lot of things I'd like to talk about, especially with dingbats. Actually, I need to get the book out to read you the back of what's it about. So, maybe I'll do it in another video. I'll do that in another video because I don't know how to edit on the computer. On this computer, I don't know how to edit on this computer, so I'm just learning as I go on. But I'm sure to learn how to edit on this computer. I'm sure of it. Let me see. So now the release date of Dingbats. I'll tell you when it will be out, the day, the date, and will there be a launch party? No, there ain't gonna be no launch party. I'm gonna have to tell you why. It's a long story, but I'm gonna keep it short because, well, I don't think you want to know about the whole details about the emails and the phone, because I've called a couple people, and they gave me emails to write to them, this, that, or the other, and then I had one conversation on the phone when I called I'll tell you the story. The place I called to renovate or to maybe have a deal or something to, do a little launch party there at their little establishment. It's called Storybooks Cafe at Echo Park. And I remember calling this lady named Alexandria. And that was when I was sick. At the time, I was really sick. I think it was the flu or something. I called. She says, hello? And I said, oh, hi, hello. Who am I speaking with? And she says, it's Alexandra. This is Alexandra. Alexandra says, my name is Mr. Omar King. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, a pleasure to meet you too. And it just, the whole thing goes on. So I gave her my proposition, my idea. I told her what I wanted to do, and told her, I just basically told her about about a lunch party for dingbats. Excuse me. See, I'm just thinking a lot. I'm just trying to get as much as possible. So let me just calm down and just get her done. And she said, oh, all right. Basically, it was a kind of like casual conversation, casual talk. And I reckon she gave me an email, and I wrote it down on a book. And then I forwarded that email to my publisher, my friend, Matthew Pegas, who's the publisher, editor-in-chief of New Ritual Press, who will release Dingbats through New Ritual Press anyway. I gave Matt the email, and he emailed her. I think it was a couple times that one email didn't work. So, all right, then I gave him another email. So he emailed him again, and then because it was a long process. I think it was, if anything, not too long, but it was long enough. So about like a week or two, maybe. A week or two. And when he received the email, I was told that, actually, let me no, never mind. My phone is charging, so I'm just going to let it charge. But basically, to make a long story short, I guess they just rejected us. And, she rejected Matt, saying something along the lines about that they were fully booked. Okay, it's kind of weird because it was very interesting. Because when I had that conversation, they seemed very open, and they was booked. That they golly, all right then. That something that they don't. Not that they. It was kind of perplexing because they said something. They were saying that see, this is how perplexing it is, that it's hard to convey into words. See, it's just mind-boggling. It just, what? It doesn't make sense. It's an independent joint, but they said something to do with, along the lines, because I want to be accurate, but I don't want to put words in their mouth. But from what I gathered is that they do not work. See, this is how bad it is. Oh, golly. Oh, jeepers. Hold on. I think I'm going to have to make another video on this one. So, BRB. Be right back.